and this is the Switch Flames podcast. So remember, NBA Media Day is going today. Most of the teams are meeting today, addressing the media. And one of the teams I had a lot of interest in um, listening into today was the Dallas Mavericks. And I want to go over what Jason Kidd said, which is very important. And I felt like when Dallas brought on Jason Kidd, I thought that was a very strategic move. And I actually thought it was a very, very smart move. Here you have Hall of Fame point guard who played that point guard position at the highest levels. Now you have Luka, which is Luka. I mean, he handles the ball a lot. We could call him a point forward. You know what I mean? Luka's a big dude, and he has so much potential in the world. And he's a I believe he's already a superstar caliber player, and he's proven that already. Now, the next step on his resume is to win at the highest level. And I think Dallas making this shift of coaching and shift of leadership from the top down, I think was a strategic moment. And we'll see if it pays off dividends. But if you are a Dallas Maverick fan, you got to be excited by what Jason Kidd said today at Media Day. And we're going to get into what he said um, as far as that goes. But first and foremost, he had high praise um, for Luka Doncic. And this is a good job to any coach coming in. This is a good job to have. So Jason Kidd has a great position right now and a great job with this Maverick team. And he called Luka a young Picasso. And I find that interesting because he is an artist at this game. And I would be the first to tell anybody this Luka Doncic is a bad boy. Luka is a bad boy, if you know what I'm saying. Luka, that's that dude right there. You understand what I'm saying? So Jason Kidd is well aware of how great Luka is. And you know what I mean? That the key to Luka and how Jason Kidd was trying to um, kind of put this in, I think he's just planted the seed early on, is that he's going to have to trust his teammates. And that's very crucial and that's very key. And I think he said it in a way where, he's not trying to take away from Luka's greatness, but I think Jason Kidd is going to play an important part of helping Luka to trust his teammates to hold some of that weight too. And that's going to be part of his progress. Because the truth is, no matter how great you are, nobody could do it all alone. I mean, as good as Michael Jordan is, and there's a lot of people that feel like Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. But there was times even Jordan conceded to give another player big shots. Remember, Steve Kerr hit a big shot for them to win one of those championships. Jordan had to trust him. And Jordan, if you hear, even if you watch The Last Dance, or if you just hear the stories about that, in the huddle, Jordan knew Kerr was going to be open. So he told Kerr to be ready because he knew what the defense was doing already. And to pass it to Kerr, he's had to have trust in Kerr to hit that shot. It took trust. We've seen a lot of great players. We've seen Magic give certain passes to teammates for them to hit the big shot. We've seen LeBron do it. You got to have a level of trust because ultimately, to win at the highest level, no man's an island unto himself. You can't do it alone. And so I like that part um, of what Kidd said, kind of to reiterate it. What Kidd said, a young Picasso. I don't know if anybody ever told Picasso that he had to use all the paints, but I just want to remind him that he can rely on his teammates, that his teammates will be there to help him. And once again, that's just Jason Kidd really just trying to, you know, push the agenda to Luka to know that to win at the highest level, you're gonna have to trust your teammates more. And that's a part of his growth and development. I think he will get there. But the real thing that I believe is big deal of what Jason Kidd um, stated today in Media Day was his take on Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis right now is the key to all of this because if you can get a big season out of Kristaps Porzingis in the regular and playoffs, if he can be more of a threat on the court, Dallas is going to be a hard out, and Dallas can get really far. You know what I'm saying? Where they can be the Atlanta Hawks this year, where they can get to the conference finals with a shot to even get to the championship game, if Kristaps plays at a high level. Because at the level Luka's playing, he just needs a couple other guys with him. Tim Hardaway Jr. seems to be a guy that's a steady force, but if Kristaps can get anywhere near how he was with the New York Knicks, Dallas is going to be scary. Mark my words on that. And if you are a Dallas Maverick fan, you got to be excited. Once again, just hearing what Jason Kidd definitely said in regards to Kristaps. So basically, Kidd is locking down that he expects Kristaps to play power forward, not center. And basically what Kidd said, he wants Porzingis to be a basketball player. He wants him to feel free to put the ball on the floor, take mid-range shots, and not be limited to shooting threes. Remember, Kristaps Porzingis came out last year when he was getting criticized and basically he just reiterated that he's just doing what he's being told, which means he was listening to how the coaches wanted him to be, in which I couldn't understand why Kristaps Porzingis was just kind of just being a three-point shooter and really doing nothing else. It just seemed a little weird. Kristaps is a guy also who could post up. You know what I mean? So if he's posting up and taking those mid-range jumpers, that could add another element to Dallas of offense they can find when stuff is not working or when Luka's off the court. And so that to me is a big deal. If you are a Dallas fan, once again, you got to be excited about that. And we also got to remember Jason Kidd was the guy that unlocked Giannis Antetokounmpo. We got to remember that. Jason Kidd started to put the ball in Giannis's hands and let him dominate the ball a lot more. You know what I mean? And make Giannis more of a decision maker with the ball. Jason Kidd started that for Giannis. And the reason he did that was even though Giannis grew so much in height, Giannis used to play guard growing up. And so he has some of that understanding. And Kidd knew that, and he maximized that. So I expect Kidd, I remember early on, we heard some talks with Kidd talking about his trip when he went to go visit Luka, when he went to go visit Kristaps after he got hired. And he mentioned that he went into Kristaps' world just to see his environment. And, those guys had some conversations. So Jason Kidd is already trying to build that relationship. So I'm very excited to see this Dallas team because I think if Jason Kidd can get through to Kristaps and Kristaps plays good, Dallas is going to be very fun to watch. And they're going to be very dangerous. But we'll see what happens. We know that Luka and Kristaps don't seem to have the best relationship, but you don't really need the best relationship to be successful on the court. You know what I mean? You just got to play together. So we'll see if Jason Kidd is going to be able to allow Luka to trust his teammates more and get the best out of Kristaps. With that said, it's your boy King Cal 516 signing off. Let me know what you think about what Jason Kidd said in regards to what he wants Kristaps to be doing on the court and also how he feels about Luka Doncic. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like, hit subscribe. It's your boy King Cal 516 signing off. This has been a Swiss Frame